What is up then guys, hope you're all doing well, welcome back to the channel. So, this car, I think when they come out of factory, it's the LX version, so they probably weigh about 1,180 kilograms. So, I've taken everything out of the rear out, got a lighter driver's side chair, there's no seats in the rear or anything like that. There's no spare wheel, what's I gonna say? There's no airbags, nothing down the middle, no excess plastics. So I'm hoping we are probably around the 1,000, probably not, if I'd be absolutely buzzing if I was like 900 or something. So we should be hopefully around those, but that area, because the standard LX, it comes with steel wheels with hubcaps, which steel wheels are very heavy. But yeah, there are things that I've added on, which like aluminium, which obviously not very heavy. That's the splitter, so things like that don't actually weigh much, but obviously I know that these wheels aren't very light. But today, I'm making it more a job, and my plan is to remove a little bit more weight. So the plan for today is, I'm gonna be skimming the bonnet. So let me just open it up. So as you can see, underneath the bonnet, we have two layers. So when this is pressed down, it's joined together, so it's a bit more strong. And you also have the latch there for the standard lock, which we don't actually have anymore. So my plan now is, I don't need this. I've heard of people cutting off their bonnets, their skin on their bonnet, and then it being like just a bit heavier than carbon fiber. So hopefully we'll be going for that. But you can see, like this, make it look easy, but this is actually quite heavy. So I'm hopefully we'll be able to halve the weight of this, or possibly even more. I've heard of people saying that they, I don't know what the word is, but say fapping or like flexing a little bit, which is understandable, because if you ever see carbon fiber parts or fiberglass parts, they do flex when they're under pressure. So that's not really an issue or something I'm concerned with. Like I've seen people do it to the boot rears, which will be on my list very soon. I just need to get another set of aero catch latches, just like that one. But yeah, for now, this is probably like the easiest part that I'm gonna be able to take out the car, which is actually quite heavy. I do have plans for, say, the wheel well, which I don't really need a spare wheel with the AA. Obviously lighter wheels, lighter chairs all around. But for now, I'm just gonna do what I can to do this. All I'm literally going to need is a angle grinder. So we have all this over here. So an angle grinder, pair of gloves, pair of earmuffs, pair of goggles, and that's probably it. I've got a few tyres just hanging right there, and I've got one of the old pissy old sofa cushions from upstairs, which I'm just going to be laying the bumper on so we don't get any scratches. But yeah, to get the bumper off, just go back here again. There are 4 10mm screws, so 2 on each corner. You can either remove the bottom ones or the top ones, but I'm only going to be removing the top ones just so we keep the alignment of the bumper, because I've taken them out before and you have to, it's a bit skewy to try and get the bonnet pins back into their original position. So I am just going to take these 2 out. But yeah, hopefully remove quite a bit of weight today, but let's go with it. And there we go, so that's the bumper off. I'm not gonna lie, I wish I could just drive around with no bumper on, because that looks absolutely sick. I'm gonna have to turn the camera off and get a photo of that, 2 seconds. Okay then, so here we have the bumper and everything off. It's probably going to be quite an easy route to take. There are a few things that I need to worry about. So if I show you around here, this is where the actual bumper bolts onto. So I didn't actually think about this until just, but I am gonna have to like cut around it so that it is still there and it still holds the bumper down, because obviously I don't have any other way to hold the bumper down at the moment other than putting another set of quick release bumper mounts on, which I actually do have, but for right now that's probably about less than a kilo worth of steel. So my plan is to do that. It's quite easy. And then I'm just gonna go around here, follow just a bit higher than the black line to go all the way around. And I'm gonna go, obviously, up and over that part there, go all the way around here, up and over again, and back around here. There is this latch here, which is absolutely useless, so there's no point that being on the car, as I have the area catch pins in there. But yeah, should be easy. It is literally just using an angle grinder and just taking your time. Like, there is no rush, just because obviously if you mess it up, then you mess up your bumper. But I am going to be trying to remove as much as I can with the angle grinder with the cutting wheel, and then I'll go in with the flat wheel, or maybe even the file, just to be a bit more precise and just to make it a bit more even. But my end goal is to remove as much weight as possible. So yeah, let's do this. Okay then, so I've just drawn like a half of a semicircle over there, just so that I can remind myself of where I don't need to cut. I am going to be cutting off the thing that holds the bumper open. I don't know what, the hole, literally the hole that you use to prop it open, which I think's that one or that one. So that's going to be coming off as well. You don't genuinely need to do it. So with these bumper latches, I don't know if I've shown you, but yeah, let me come around. They literally go all the way up, so you can literally just rest the bumper up there. So yeah, don't need that anymore. I think it's just time to get on with the cutting. I have got 24% battery left, so if it does seem like I am rushing, it's because I'm rushing, because I want to hopefully finish this before the battery runs out, because if not, I'll have to start using my phone. But yeah, let's get on with the cutting, and we'll take our time, no rush at all. We've got all the time in the world. Well, we've got 24%. But yeah, let's do it. How much smoke that will actually make. Probably should have put the respirator on, but it's a bit too late now. So yeah, I've gone around the outside. Hopefully you saw that when I'm cutting, I don't apply pressure. I let the blade do all the hard work. So I go in, score it first, and then let the blade start digging into it instead of just flicking it. Because if it slips, then it could be something very, very bad. So I've got currently 2% battery, which I don't think that's going to do the end of the video. So as soon as this dies, I'll be switching to the phone. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in with a screwdriver and just hopefully pop some of the smaller cuts off, and then hopefully go in with the flat disc if it's needed. To be fair, I think I did it pretty clean. Yeah, go with a flat disc and then start popping it off, because there are places like this which I'm not too sure if they're bound together by anything else. But yeah, they should just need a little bit of leverage and they should come out. Okay then, so if you haven't gathered, my camera battery's died. So I've done it. It's not as easy as I thought it was. There is a bit of binding, but we've taken it off. And mate, that is absolutely heavy. Let me turn you around. So there we go, that was the inside of the bumper. You literally just have to pull the shit out of this. But yeah, that's one clean piece, no chunks or anything. But now if I take you to the bumper, you'll see what I mean about the flex now. Right there. Look at it. But that is so light. One hand, easy, nothing, lightweight. Boys, we've saved ourselves quite a bit of weight. Let me get this. Yeah, and I've literally just lost half of the bumper weight. Fuck me. So yeah, happy days. I think that's successful weight reduction. So I think I'm gonna put it back on the car now. Actually, flip it over and give it a bit of clean, sorry. Oops, move cushion. There you go. But yeah, that's what it looks like on the inside. that looks weird. But I'm happy because when I was actually fitting the aero catches, I lost most of the bolts and I thought that I lost them in the engine bay, but I actually found them in this part of the bumper. And when I'm driving, I sometimes hear like a rattling noise, which I thought was what I just said. But yeah, it weren't, it was the bolts inside of there. So happy days. Gonna give this a bit of a clean up, remove the gold tape. And yeah, we're gonna stick it on the bumper. I think there is gonna be a little bit of flexing in the bumper, which is obviously expected when it has no structural rigidity. But that's one of the downsides of losing weight. But yeah, let's do this. All right then, so that's the bumper back on the car. Mate, I genuinely don't know what to say. It's just looking at it, normal. Undo these. Oh mate, that is quite funny. I've got the intentions of cleaning up the inside there, but for now I think it would do. No one's gonna really be seeing it. It's not a show car. But yeah, just look, even pinky. Yeah. If that's not weight reduction, then I don't know what is. This is very heavy. So I will put the weights of everything in there just before I send the video out. But this is going to be saving a substantial amount of weight. Happy days. All right then guys, that's the end of this video. Hope I helped you out in some way, shape or form. If you want to do it to your own car, mate, just send it, especially if you've got a Mark 6 Fiesta, because you get parts from so cheap. This is my third bumper I've had for this car. Same colour and everything, and I paid £35 for that. So if anything was to go wrong or you was to absolutely ruin it, then it isn't the end of the world. Look at that flex, boys. But yeah, if I helped you in any way, shape or form, please feel free to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.